Hey guys, welcome to Bastion Time. I'm your host Bastion. This is not the super special thing that I had planned for this week. Actually, the thing I guess I should say that I had planned for last week. It's neither of those weeks. That'll probably be next week, unfortunately. But today, what I'd like to talk about is why Rise of Mana should have been a 3DS game. Now, you probably haven't heard of Rise of Mana unless, like me, you're a super huge Mana fan. For those who are not familiar with the Mana series, a little bit of history. At first, the series was exclusively Nintendo. The first game, what a lot of people don't realize is the first game, it was called, here in America, Final Fantasy Adventure. Yes, originally Mana started out as a spin-off, an action-adventure Zelda clone, an original Legend of Zelda clone, with RPG elements on the Game Boy. And then they released a sequel to that game, which over here in America was known as Secret of Mana, and that was for the Super Nintendo, and it is beloved. It is an amazing game. It's 3-player action RPG gloriousness. It's perfect. Then there was another game made for the Super Nintendo, or over in Japan, the Super Famicom, that would have been a sequel to Secret of Mana, would have been called Secret of Mana 2, but it never came out over here for various reasons. We can get into that some other time. In fact, we did get into it in the Let's Play Secret of Mana 2 series here on this channel. So, ignoring all of that, then the series started taking a crazy turn, for the worse. And now they have coming out on iOS and Android something that looks like it should be on the 3DS. It looks like an old school Mana game, regular old action RPG overhead, but now with new beautiful graphics, music that is from the 3 major Mana composers. It just looks perfect, and we can't play it. Well, first of all, because it's Japanese only so far, no word on an English translation, but also, why would you want to play that kind of game on your phone? It seems like it should match made in heaven for the 3DS. Or if not the 3DS, then a downloadable eShop game for the Wii U, just to play on your gamepad would have been cool. But nope, no such luck, which is very unfortunate. I really feel like what Mana's next step, if they were going to have a next step, after their series creator left, by the way, he left after Dawn of Mana, and founded his own company, which is the company Grezzo, that is responsible for Ocarina of Time 3D and probably eventually Majora's Mask 3D. He left and then started working on those kinds of projects, and so now who knows who this Rise of Mana is being created by. But whoever it is, it looks like they understand a thing or two about Mana. It's just, it's for the iOS. I don't understand what's wrong with Square-Enix. It's like, the 3DS is selling pretty gosh darn good. I think it would have been profitable to be a 3DS game. So it isn't. It's an iOS game. It's free to play, but with microtransactions. If it ever does get translated into English, I suppose I'm going to have to buy it, and not buy it, it's free to play. I suppose I'm going to have to download it, and I suppose I'm going to have to buy one of those controller things that you put your iPhone in and can use buttons, because thank goodness it does support that, so you don't have to rely on touchscreen controls. Thank goodness, because they did do a Secret of Mana port to the iOS, which was like an HD version or a graphically improved version, but I couldn't play it because it was just touchscreen controls and it was awful and so frustrating. But anyways, Rise of Mana should have been a 3DS game. The 3DS would have been perfect for it. It would have sold plenty of copies, I'm sure. If they wanted to, they could have still released the iOS version. They still could have made it free to play with lots of microtransactions, and then just included all that stuff you would have gotten from microtransactions in the 3DS version and still sold it for the $39.99 or whatever. It's very unfortunate that it's not a 3DS game. It looks amazing and very sad. Anyways, that's it for this episode of... I don't even know what this is. This isn't really review time, but I guess it's review time. Anyways, see ya tomorrow for some Nintendo news and some Zelda news. Bye, guys.